Hello, everyone, and welcome to LER136. My name is Susan Berg, and I'll be your instructor for the semester. And a full semester it is, with a lot of exciting concepts and fun things to do that really gets you into looking at difference in the world, particularly from a work perspective, but also this is the world that you live and will live and work in. And it is globalized, it is multicultural. It has got a lot of things going on that are going to allow us to, if we can understand it better, capitalize on difference and use difference rather than allowing it to beat people down and disinclude them from the excitement of being in this world and doing good work in the world. So I'd like to share with you a few ideas about the course. And I'm going to bring up a slideshow for you. And there it is. There we go. So let's talk for a few minutes about this course called Race, Gender, and Employment. And of course, there's a lot of things going on under that around cultural difference and differences of all sorts. But let's talk first about what this course is about. This course is first and foremost about you becoming a more powerful, more understanding, more inclusive person in the world. This is the world that you are or will be working in. It's a world of difference and lots of what could be identified as ways to be more creative or ways to get more annoyed, which ultimately can lead to discrimination and a lot of difficulty. So the more we understand about what's happening with difference, the better able we are to make it creative and an opportunity for all of us. So by understanding and studying this issue, we want to look at how can we use difference to our advantage, and how do we understand when difference gets in the way. And your ability to know the impact of difference is going to allow you ultimately to be more inclusive, to be more sensitive to when things are perhaps escalating to a situation of discrimination or non-inclusion. And so this is really a baseline of understanding for how you can live and work in the world. So let's take a look at what everybody's worried about when they get into a new course. Excuse me, what are you doing when? So I've broken it down into two slides so it's easier for all of us to understand. The first 7 weeks and the second 7 weeks really have three main activities in them. There's group work, there's essay and discussion, so this is your own thinking and reflecting, and there's a debate project. What I love about this course is there is a lot of opportunity for you to stand up and make public your knowledge of the world. So really look at the essays as your way of thinking and reflecting kind of in the background, but the discussions, the group work, and the debate project is really what we're here about, right? Academics is about arming us with the tool set to be productive citizens in the world. In what better way than to show the world what contribution we're making than through our group work and our debate projects. So as you look down this list, this perhaps helps you organize for yourself when some of the weeks are going to be a little busier. So for example, week 4 has got a lot going on. You've got a group work project, you've got the choice to do an essay and discussion that week, and you've got a debate project checkpoint during that week. This happens to be the only week in the semester when you have a debate project checkpoint and other things going on. But it's just something to kind of get your head around so that as you start connecting and building your teams over the next few weeks, you'll be able to do some planning ahead and some scheduling so that you can fit all this in. As we look at the half of the course, there is, again, some group work in week 8, and I think this is when you come back from spring break or somewhere around here, and you'll only have a discussion that week, and then you'll see that there's another week of essay and, and discussion, and then you'll get into your third debate checkpoint, which is really kind of starting to tie a bow on your ideas and what you're going to put out there in the world. And then in weeks 14 and 15, we will really be seeing the evidence of our debate projects. You'll actually put your idea out there and do your rebuttals in week 14, and then in week 15 we'll be able to really do, in essence, a peer assessment. We'll be able to comment on one another's work and learn by critiquing and looking at things. And by critiquing, I mean really putting our arms around it and understanding it from the contribution it's making, some of the limitations that these ideas might have, and how we might all learn from the process together. So how will we work together? Well, collaboration is key. As you can see, there's a lot of group work in this course, and there's certainly the debate project, which is sort of the stellar moment of group work. And it's very important that you share your ideas as you go along and help each other, coach each other, mentor each other as best you can, switch roles in the different weeks of the group work that you're engaged in. At the same time, as I've said in some of my other pieces, take advantage of your strengths. If you identify someone who is a really good writer, use them. And someone who's a really good discussion leader, use them. The other piece is I do expect you to write well. I'm a good writer, and so I look for other people to be writing well. And by good writing, I don't mean flowery 5-syllable words. Keep it simple, keep it clear, keep your writing precise, and allow your written expression to be graceful. Invite me in. Give me a flow so that I can follow along with you and enjoy the process of being in your writing. The other thing about working well together is be on time. This applies to your assignments and to your groups. If your group has asked you to come together in a meeting or a teleconference or a video conference or whatever, make every effort to be there. With groups of just a handful of people, you have much more opportunity to make things click. Get into the group work and the debates. This is your opportunity to share your knowledge, to make a difference, to learn the fine art of influencing, and to learn the fine art of listening and learning when to just be quiet and take in what's going on around you. So this is collaborative learning. You're not here to prove anything to me. You're here really to learn for yourself. So to learn with and from your groups. We're all in this together. Teaching has really become the facilitation of learning because of the tools and the environment we live in the 21st century. So let's all facilitate one another's learning. And get creative on ways to touch base in your groups. We have got a stockpile of social networking tools. Let's use them. And on that subject, I will be using them over the course of our semester together. I'll use this media, giving you some YouTube posts from time to time. I'll also create a sort of meetup environment, a time or 2 or 3 across the semester, just sort of an opportunity to chime in where I'll give us a time and we can all pipe in for a half an hour or so, see if there's any questions or anything that you need. So let's use the tools that we've got. I happen to use a tool called Zoom, which allows me to do things like share a screen and to record things, and will allow us to actually tile all of our pictures so we can see each other. So, and there's certainly things like Skype and Google Hangouts that are available to everyone. Easy to use. Last but not least, take some time to reflect, to really sit back and give yourself some think time, to laugh and enjoy the process. Be willing to get uncomfortable. That's where the learning zone is, sort of stepping out in a little bit of that unknown and pushing yourself. Help each other laugh. Let's not take ourselves seriously. Learning works much better when we're enjoying ourselves. Again, take time to reflect, to think and to feel the issues. There are some really powerful issues you're going to be getting into in this course. I'm your support and your facilitator. You're the learner. In fact, we're all learners because I will certainly learn from you as well. And the point there is your responsibility for what you get out of this course. What you give is what you get and more. In fact, the more helpful you are to your group mates, the more you may end up getting out of the course. So with all that, I just want to let you know that I'm really happy to be here with all of you. I think we're going to have a great opportunity to explore some really fascinating, intriguing, and challenging issues that we face in identifying and incorporating all the great difference and the opportunities that that brings. I look forward to meeting all of you and talking with you soon. Bye-bye.